Hey trackies, welcome back to another video here on TXT Track Time. Please remember to like the video and also subscribe to the channel. Alright, so trackies, we're coming from the Hurricane Invitational, and yes, we were looking forward to that mouth-watering clash between Brianna Liston and Tamari Davis. I mean, that was definitely the race that most of us were looking out for. We're talking Brianna Liston that was on a high, and of course Tamari Davis, the caliber athlete that she is, also, as some of y'all reminded me, making it to the World Championship 100-meter final. That Tamari Davis, yeah, she was in the race, and everybody was looking forward to see, what would the outcome be in this race. And like myself as well, definitely looking forward to it. A lot of us did call who we called for the win. Some said Tamari, some said Brianna, and yeah, that's how we went into the race. Unfortunately, trackies, I have some bad news. And yeah, it is that Brianna Liston did not start in the women's 200 meters, unfortunately. Now, news did come out that she woke up this morning with a fever. Yes, trackies, our athletes are actually human. And yeah, they will get ill from time to time. So this morning she woke up with a fever, and as such, she was pulled from the entire meeting, rightly so. So, Brianna Liston, if you're listening, we're wishing you a speedy recovery. We understand that life happens, and yeah, we can't wait to see the phenomenal times you'll be able to drop once you're completely better. But with that said, trackies, the 200-meter race did go on even though there was no Brianna Liston in it. So let's talk about the actual, winner in the race, and of course the times that were run, and let's analyze what we thought Brianna Liston could have done if she was in the race. So yes, still looking out for Tamari Davis in that 200 meters. Still excited to see what time she would drop so that I can get back at some of y'all that were in the comment section telling me, oh, I'm underestimating Tamari, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so that's a track is taking the win in the women's 200 meters was indeed Tamari Davis, and she ran a time of 23.17 seconds. So first and foremost, congrats to Tamari Davis and walking away with this win. Now, with that said, based on the time that she ran to walk away with this win, 23.17 seconds, I believe Brianna Liston, without a shadow of the doubt, would have walked away with the win, would have beat her and then some in this women's 200 meters. Now let's go back. I did talk about it in my preview video. Brianna Liston ran at 23.16 seconds with a lot of mishaps in that 200-meter race indoors. And that was just a one-off run, right? Her first one and her last one indoors for that 200 meters. But going off that run, for me personally, she looked like she could have gone 22.8 something. So with that said, 22.8 something, and then we get outdoors knowing Brianna Liston's caliber in the 200 meters. For me personally, she was definitely gonna go sub 22, right? I even talked about, well, not sub 22, sorry, sub 23, sub 23. But yeah, I definitely talked about her running maybe even close to that personal best that she has. Now, with that said, yes, Tamari Davis has a personal best of 22.30 seconds. But based on the shape that she has shown so far, and I'm going to go back to that 60 meters indoors, that 7.62 seconds that she ran. If this was a 7.2, even a 7.3, I could have said, okay, she would still be able to go sub 23. But based on that 7.6, I was like, okay, this is not giving me sub 23 yet. Just yet, that's not what I'm getting. Now, I did talk about athletes seemingly trying to time the season correctly. It's an Olympic year. They have to get to their national championships. So for me, that's the thought process I had when I thought about Tamari Davis and that, 7.62. Maybe she's just trying to time her season perfectly to ensure that, I peak for the American championships and then hopefully make it to Paris. So with that said, I'm seeing this 23.17. I'm not entirely surprised. Again, this is around what I thought she would do based on that 7.62 seconds. But again, this is at 23.17 seconds. So for me personally, without a shadow of a doubt, Brianna Liston would have indeed walked away with this 200-meter win. And then some. She would have handily defeated Tamari Davis in my mind. Unfortunately, yeah, we have to wait a bit more to see Brianna Liston come out and do phenomenal in that women's 200 meters. But yeah, we can't wait. Our mouths are watering with anticipation for the eventuality of seeing Brianna Liston come out and do something phenomenal. Just absolutely phenomenal, like we know she can in that women's 200 meters. But you know what? Now that I'm talking about it, part of me is also wondering, and don't knock me Jamaicans when I say this, because yes, I do understand that our athletes are human beings, and they do get ill from time to time. But you know what? On the other hand, could this be strategic? You know what I mean? Could this be a strategic move from the LSU coaching staff? They're looking at Brianna Liston and knowing that she's ready to do something phenomenal, and they're like, okay, let's save it. Let's wait until the opportune moment to let her unleash this speed on the field. Chuckies, that could also be a thing as well. But anyway, let me know your thoughts as it relates to Brianna Liston, of course. What do you think she could have done in this 200-meter field? Do you think if she was here, she would have definitely wiped Tamari Davis out and silenced a few of y'all critics that are in the comment section believing, that I was looking down on Tamari Davis? Definitely not looking down on her. But again, Chuckies, you can't ignore the shape athletes are currently in. We can look at their previous years and say, okay, yeah, they're capable of doing this. But in the present moment, based on what they're doing, are they going to be running so fast, in that moment? And that's a big question. And based on what I saw in that 60 meters, or based on the time I saw, I was like, okay, it's not giving me what I think Tamari Davis is capable of right now anyway. So with that said, without a shadow of a doubt, I can't wait to hear what some of y'all have to say in the comment section based on this run. Do you think Brianna Liston would have walked away with it? Yes or no? Now, Trackies, I want to head on over to the men's 100 meters, and I want to talk about that because we did have Andrew Hudson line up against Fred Curley. Now, Fred Curley did walk away with the win, and he ran a 10.03 seconds to walk away with the win. Now, when I look back at previous years, like in 2022, this is right around, the time he opened with, and he did go on to win the World Championship title. So this is a good start for Fred Curley, though I would say based on the wind, it was a positive 1.9 meters per second. I was expecting something sub 10 based on this wind. But I will say also that he did look very easy in the race as well. So let's see how he progresses as the season is going. And remember, with all the talk in the men's 100 meters, people are underestimating Fred Curley. So he has a chip on his shoulder right now. So let's see how his season progresses from here. As relates to Andrew Hudson, he walked away with second. Like I did think, he did hang on to the coattails of Fred Curley and ran at 10.12 seconds. Good start for him as well, right around where I thought he would start as well. Again, pretty much similar to what he has done in previous years, opening up his season with the men's 100 meters. So this is a good start from Andrew Hudson. We also had Janoy Thompson here as well, and he finished 12th overall, and he ran at 10.54 seconds. All right, so track is from the men's 100 meters. I just want to quickly talk about the men's 110-meter hurdles. Now, back to some collegiate action. We had Jaheim Stern here, and he walked away with the win in the men's 110-meter hurdles, running at 13.49 seconds. Also, track is some more, bad news as it relates to the men's and the 200 meters. We did have, Raheem Stern that was scheduled to take part in the 200 meters. Unfortunately, as well, he did not start. So I'm interested to hear, the reasoning as it relates to why he did not start. But again, our athletes are human beings. So yeah, things won't go according to plan all the time. Can't wait to see him though when he does eventually open his season for 2024. Now, to the final event that I want to cover, that is the women's 400-meter hurdles. We had Rosalie Cooper here, and she finished sixth, running a time of 1 minute 04.38 seconds. All right, so that is it, Trackies, for the updates from the Hurricane Invitational. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as usual. Like the video and subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.